Okay, you sent me a message. I think this trade link. This person is an agent.
Yes.
He's not an owner of the gold.
No.
I can see it.
That's it.
I can
Okay.
see it. I can see it, Frank. I can see it when I
Okay.
read it. I'm very, very
Mm-hmm.
thorough to analyze it. Very. Mm.
Mm-hmm. I this trade key is a platform wherein you have to register for a year. It's about $100. I did
Wow.
that in 2020. Yeah,
I don't
for
I don't register
$100 you
them.
register.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't register them. I know them. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know that.
Yeah.
Okay. So on this platform, when you have your product, you can advertise them there also. And also on this platform, you meet buyers, sellers, and you meet the middlemen also there. So that is how I met many people in 2020
My
through
platform is
this trade
very
key.
unique. My platform is very unique. The buyer can see directly to the point. You don't need to register to pay $100 a year. It's free. It's very unique. Mm.
Right. You're right about that. Your platform is the best I've ever seen online. It's the
Thank you
best.
for the flattering.
Hmm. Yes.
Thank you for the flattering information.
No problem.
Excuse me.
I'm just showing you this to know how far I've come with this business since 2020, 2019.
Yeah.
So I've done what I can, but still I've not got a breakthrough yet. But thank God I found you. I think you're very promising. Your platform.
Well, once you deal with us, you are going to get what you are looking for. Yeah,
Yeah.
you will get because you are buying directly. No middleman, no chain of joker broker. No,
Mm.
you deal with Wilhelmina. I'm gonna screen you. I'm gonna know your credential before you get
Mm-hmm.
what you are looking for.
Yeah.
Because I am the
Yeah.
gatekeeper. I will
I
open
can
the
see
gate for you when you meet the criteria. If you don't
that.
meet the criteria, the gate is closed for you.
All right. Listening.
There's a saying, he who has the gold makes the rules.
You're right about that.
The buyer doesn't make the rules, the seller makes the rule, and the seller will
Mm-hmm.
listen to the buyer's need. Then the buyer and the seller has to come up into conclusion.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm amazed. How did you found Wilhelmina on the beginning?
Well, I've been researching for a long time since 2020, actually online,
Yeah,
to meet people who can actually put me through because I've lost a lot of money.
yeah.
But thank God, that's why I sent you this trade key. Nothing came out of it. Thank God I met you online on YouTube, and I also Google your name. You appeared with your address, phone number, where you live, and with your YouTube channels. So since then, I've been following them, and they make sense a lot. I've gone through almost all your YouTube platforms, all the message you have given to the world about how to acquire gold
Mm-hmm.
in Sierra Leone, in Guinea, and in Conakry and Freetown. So I'm impressed. I'm really impressed on things that you've been saying about buying gold from West Africa.
So am I telling the truth or yeah, have you learned out of my YouTube channel explanation?
I think you are saying more than the truth, and I think that buyers should actually listen to the things that you're saying on your channels because they make a lot of sense. If buyers take your advices, I think it will be a win-win situation for the buyers
Exactly.
and for the sellers also.
Exactly. But most of the buyer that they are uh, they are stubborn and they think that they can get gold in Africa very cheap. Gold is not cheap. Today I just read the articles about the gold. The price of gold is 2,800 per ounce.
Wow.
So you multiply that to 32.15. 2,800 times 32.15, uh, $90,000 and 20.
Oh.
90,000.
I think the gold is appreciating. Actually, it's
Yes,
going up. The value is going up all the time. So yes, I can see that.
90,000. Out of 8% of 90,000. Okay? 8%. Let's see, 90,000. 1, 2, 3. The price is 82,798 on 8%.
Discount, eh?
Yeah. Now, if you buy direct from us, that 82,000, I can still give the buyer less 8 to 10%.
So a total of 10%.
Yeah, out of 82,798 less 10%, your profit is 8,279 minus 82. Let's say 82,000. Hang on, I'm gonna use my calculator. You have a calculator there?
I should get the calculator. Yes, I
Okay.
can have the calculator here.
Use your calculator.
Okay.
So I read on the articles is the price of gold tomorrow would be 2,800.
Yep.
You multiply that to 2,800 per ounce. You multiply that to 32.15 equals
90,020.
okay. Then less 8% of that. I'm educating you at the same time.
Yeah. So it's 89,299.
Okay, out of that, I will give you 10% or 12% out of that. So, okay, minus that one of 12%. How much is that?
So still out of this, you will give 10 more percent.
Yes, or make it 12%.
Okay. Oh.
How much is that?
It's minus $1,007. So about
How much that? How much?
about 85,000.
Okay. If you convince Walomina that 85 can be reduced because I'm gonna renegotiate the price to my head office.
Okay.
Yes. So when you resell it, you make handsome profit.
That's true.
Because you're paying my services. I'm charging you $25,000 next year. This year is 20,000. Out of that, you will still get more profit.
I think that it makes sense. I think that buyers should actually listen to what you are telling them to avoid the problems, and also buyers, if they go without listening to you, to their sellers in West Africa, I think they will encounter a lot of problems.
It does.
And this is not a joke. I think most buyers have gone through that before in their lives.
Even the buyer in Dubai, they encounter disaster, and they were being burned out because their eyes is bigger than the prophet. Their eyes is bigger than a prophet, and they don't understand that gold has the value, and they underestimate Africa.
They do.
You're African. You're African. You should know that.
I'm African. Yes.
You live in Finland. Yeah, you're Yeah, you're citizens of Finland, but your country is full of precious mineral, but most of the buyer are also crooked and crook.
You're right about that. Sierra Leone is one of those countries that is endowed with a lot of minerals.
Yes.
A lot of gold, diamond, we've got everything. But the way to educate the people how they should handle the customers. Because in this business, when you handle in every business, when you handle the customer very well, I think they will come back here for the next time.
Exactly.
And they will also recommend the services also from you.
Well, most of the seller in Africa, whether in Sierra Leone, Mali, or Conakry, they only think about money. They think about short term. They don't think about long term. Now, if you think about short term, then the buyer would not come back, because if the buyer is not satisfied with the services, the buyer would not come back.
They will not. It's true. That's true.
That is why everybody come to Wilhelmina, those joker broker and the fake buyers. They bargain. A while ago, there is a guy from Turkey, and I told him that your terms and condition is not applicable. I wish you good luck. See?
Then what happens?
I said, Madam, why are you so cruel? I said, well, I have to be cruel to be loved. I need to be cruel to be loved.
I like the way you conduct your business. Not cruel in a sense, but you must be strict.
I am.
You are here in this business to protect your integrity, to protect also the business, the image of the business, your image, and the client that you are representing. I think that's very, very important.
But the clients, some of the clients, they deal with the joker broker. What is the cause of buyers and seller failed? Because there are too many middlemen. Too many. They wanted a commission, a big commission, instead of helping the buyer. To me, I'm helping both buyers and seller.
Sellers, you're right. That's good. That's true.
I'm giving the buyer a huge price negotiation if I'm gonna be on the ground. But if I'm not on the ground, African sellers are also stubborn.
Very stubborn. That is true. Because in this business, what I've also learned is that in this business, this is the business wherein the buyer and the seller hardly trust each other, but they had to conduct business. African sellers are very stubborn, and the buyers also, or their representatives, are also very stubborn, because they also want to have their own cut out of it. And I think that is where the problem lies.
It is. It is.
At the end of the day, there should be a compromise, there should be an understanding. And I think that's where also your services should come in. This is just the beginning. In my way of saying things, just the beginning, because you've got to do a lot more coming for the future, because it takes time to educate the buyers. At the same time, it also takes time to educate the sellers also how to handle the buyers, through you or without you. I think it makes a lot of sense.
Exactly. In fact, tomorrow I have a Zoom conference with the buyer and my seller. The Zooming. And I allow the buyer and my seller to Zoom, because I have different seller. Some seller doesn't like to have Zoom, and they wanted me to handle. That's why they hired me. But I allow buyers and seller to make Zoom, but I already informed the buyer that the price is less 8%. But if I'm gonna be with you, I told the buyer that 8%, you will get more than 8%.
Sure.
But I told him, but I'm not going to travel just for free.
I think they should understand that what you're doing, you cannot do things like this free of charge.
No.
You live in Australia. You trust your sellers. Your sellers trust you. They want to do business with you. They want for you to conduct proper business with buyers, because sellers have lost a lot of money, a lot of gold in this world, especially from West Africa. So when they get somebody like you with a trustworthy buyer, I think it would be a win-win situation for the buyers and the sellers, and to create an atmosphere also, like to look forward for the future, what the future will bring.
Exactly, you're right. Exactly, you're right.
That's where I think your platform makes sense a lot. And in the future, I assure you that in the future, a lot of people are going to come through you, because it's very easy. In this world, people have to do genuine businesses because of money laundering, gold laundering. And when you find a platform like yours that does a very good business, I think people have to take advantage of that. They have to really have to do it, regardless of how much money you charge for your services. But at the end of the day, a buyer coming to buy $500,000, $1 million worth of gold, I think he's going to have a lot of profit out of that.
The buyer is a winner. At the end of the day, the buyer is a winner. Yes.
And our body a lot of problems with governments, with customs, with scammers all over the world. So I think this is the right path to go.
The seller sometimes the shortcut, and if I'm not around, the buyer would be frustrated. I'll just give you an example. There was a guy from Canada, and he registered his business in Dubai, and he flew to Sierra Leone. And before he flew to Sierra Leone, he already had a ticket, and I told him I cannot help you. And he was being invited by an Indian friend of his family. So for 2 weeks, the Indian that as a joker broker as well, and he opened I called him Joker, and he opened a company in Sierra Leone. That buyer was stuck for 2 weeks, so he come back to me. And I told him, I told you that before, that I am not a policewoman. I'm not here to solve your problem. You are creating a problem. So disaster in Sierra Leone, and also in Conakry. There's a lot of buyers in Conakry right now, stuck in Conakry. They couldn't get the gold because they're asking for cheap price.
Okay, now talking about the gold, I just want to ask some few questions.
Go ahead.
How long ago have you been doing this, and how did you come up with this idea? I'm really intrigued.
Okay.
Why West Africa?
All right. I started this one 2011. When I was on real estate, someone from Africa saw my profile. One of the operation managers saw my profile, and he begged me to handle them. And I refused. I told them I don't need you. I'm happy here in Australia. And they keep on begging me. So suddenly I required the operation manager to show me the credential of his company. And he did. So when he showed me his credential, like mining license, export license, the company profile and everything, then I flew to Africa.
Specifically which country?
Ghana and Conakry and Mali. So I visited them because I want to know, I want to sit down with them. My goodness, is very simple. I told them that you are sitting worth $1 billion of money, and you are being ripped off by a foreigner. And the seller says, yes, you're right, because we are black. And I told him, don't worry about your color. Tell them, yeah, we are black, but our heart is full of gold. Why you come to our country if we are black? So, meaning to say, our country is full of natural resources. And the seller was intrigued with my language. I've been in marketing for 36 years. I'm already retired on real estate. I live comfortable. I love to help Africa because I do believe Africa is a virgin country. It's a huge natural resources. That is why most of the foreigners come to Africa.
You're right about that, because we are seeing a lot of people from China, for instance, or from Russia, from Europe. They come to West Africa in search of gold, in search of diamonds.
Yes.
But I know that they only come to buy or to take whatever, but I have not seen them do the things that you are doing. what is it? What is it about you that makes you to do the things that you are doing now? Because
Well,
you are okay. You could come and buy and go to Dubai and sell your gold or diamonds. But what makes you to do the things that you're doing?
that's a very
And
good
people are supposed to
question.
learn
That's
from you.
Franklin, that's a really good question. The reason why I help Africa because I love the people. It doesn't matter if you're black people. It doesn't matter.
Mm.
We on the skin is black, but the blood running into your heart are the same with my blood.
It's the same color, yes.
The same.
The same.
I don't care if you're black. It doesn't matter. That's what I told my seller. Tell the foreigner, yeah, we are black, but why are you in our country? We have diamond, we have gold, so our heart is full of diamond. That's why they called me Mother of Gold.
Okay.
They call me Mama Gold.
Now, all these things sounds to be true, sounds a little bit of doubt, but have you ever encountered any major problems in these three countries in West Africa during the time since 2011 that you're conducting business?
Yes, I did. I did. I was being screwed, both buyers and seller, and I encounter mafia from Mexico. Yes, I did. But I learned out of that. I was being screwed, but I refrain using scam. I was being screwed big time. But I move on and I learn out of that and I share my bad experience as well. The seller has a bad experience, the buyer as well has a bad experience. There's a saying, in this world there are two kinds of people, bad or good. Wilhelmina is in the middle. I can be good and I can be bad. So I always be in the middle. You got my logic?
I get your logic, yes. You have to be in the middle.
Yes.
Because when I look at things, this business is a fragile business, gold business and diamond business.
It is.
It's reliable, it's unreliable. It can change just like within a twinkle of an eye. And you being a woman, coming into this business and be so frank, so straightforward with things, aren't you stepping on other people's toes to say, have there been some kind of threats from, because there are people who are listening to your audios or your videos, they like it or they don't like it, but you seem to be standing on the right path and doing things the clean way.
They don't like
Probably
me.
That has helped you a lot.
Franklin, they hate my guts, especially to smart joker broker. They hate my guts. I used to be a member of LinkedIn, okay, many years ago, and I was being attacked by the joker broker, and I encountered the guy in the name of the Thompson Stevenson. He kept on attacking me and attacking me and attacking me, and he's a pumi. And in the beginning, he was be friendly with me. And I told him, open your camera. So when he opened his camera, during the time, he was 55 years old. So he kept on attacking me. So suddenly, his letter of interest was floating around. Okay? And it landed to me. It landed to me. So I review his letter, his LOI from different joker broker. So I send him a message, bingo, I got your skin. I got you under my skin. So he hits my guts. So I told him, my guts, you don't know this woman. You double cross with the bulldog. So he hates me. He really hates me because he doesn't have the money. He's full of bullshit, really, to be honest with you. So I get out from Lincoln.
In this business, because really people with the money to do this business, like you said some time ago in one of your videos, that they don't talk too much.
Exactly.
And they don't try to cut the corners.
Correct.
They have the money, they know what they want, they know how to get it. Probably they don't trust some few people around them, but with your services, I think they can trust you. And also people like the cases that you are mentioning, these are people that will not like you because they can see the truth in you. They can feel it.
It hurts their ego. A woman,
Yeah.
a woman who is blunt to a man,
Exactly.
and their ego was hurt. To me, I don't care if your ego was hurt. This is real business. You have the money, we have the gold. Simple as that. So
I
that,
think
yeah,
that's a good philosophy.
yeah,
We have the money, we have the gold.
yeah.
And the gold is Africa.
The real buyer would not talk bullshit. Only
No.
joker buyer talk bullshit. Yeah.
A lot of promises.
There was an Indian. There was an Indian was in the office when I was in Conakry, and keep on bargain. You know, the seller was saying, the door is open for you. We're not interested to deal with you. What embarrassing. Indian is a bargainer. Indian is a gold lover, but they bargain below the belt because they wanted to get the profit 100%. They want to leverage it.
It's the same thing, like in support of what you're saying. When I started to do this kind of things, business, I was like, through this trade link, I met a guy from Belgium.
Yeah.
And we discussed. He said he knows Sierra Leone. He's been going to Sierra Leone. So I introduced him to some of my sellers there. And this man was going there telling the people that they should give him the gold or the diamond. He comes with them to Belgium, sells the gold and diamond, and went back to Sierra Leone to give them the money. But what kind of business is that? How would this kind of thing work? You go to Africa, there are people like that who go to Africa, they want to collect the gold or the diamond, come to Europe and sell it, and then take back the money to the people. I think it shouldn't work that way. No,
that kind of buyer is not a buyer. He's going to leverage, he's going to sell it to Belgium in order to get the profit, and then there's a time he would pay the owner of the diamond. I'll give you an example. This is a real one, huh? 2018 or 2019, I took a buyer to Conakry to buy diamond. And he's a very nice young guy. And he didn't tell me that he has only 10,000 euro. So he inspect the diamond in the office. He loves it because he study on how to examine the diamond. He loves it, and he sent the video to his partner in Belgium, and the partner loves that stone. Perfect. And I negotiated the price of diamond, and my seller was not really very happy. So he bargained and kept on bargaining, and he said, I will take this diamond to Belgium and I will pay after I sold it. And I said to them, no. And my seller says, okay, I want Wilhelmina's ticket and passport in the office. I said, no. No. Because doesn't matter if he is my client, and if he sell that diamond, he would not come back. I would be stuck. Yeah, you'll be stuck. That's true. And he has only 10,000 euro. And I said to the seller, return the 10,000 euro. And I told the buyer, you are also deceiving yourself. You did not tell me that you have only small money. So you travel to Conakry. You are just wasting your time and my time. But instead, during the time, I charged only $15,000 my services. And I told him, at least you enjoy my company, and I tour you around. Your 10,000 euro was returned intact. Now he revealed to me that he was being scammed in Namibia. You know what he said? Madam, you're the best. Because your seller returned my 10,000 euro. I said, yes. But if I'm not around, your 10,000 euro would not be returned. You're right. Yes, it's true. It could be like that. I pressure the office to return the 10,000 euro. This is where your services come so unique, because you talked about being in the middle. And this is how exactly you are in the middle. You're protecting both interests, the buyer side and the seller side. Correct. That nobody gets scammed or nobody gets cheated. People should listen to you. People should know exactly the things that you're talking about, that they are true. Because I've been through some of those things that you're talking about. Being scammed,
lost money here, lose money there. It's just that I love my country, Sierra Leone, and I wish the best for my country. In fact, in a couple of years' time, I will retire, and I actually want to go back to my country and continue to do this business. And exactly what I learned from you, I want to give that back to the sellers of gold and diamond in Sierra Leone, because I think it will help them.
Well, you learn a lot from the University of Hard Knock. Now, going back to your gold, why your gold was seized in Nairobi from Sierra Leone? What happened?
It was since the guy took the plane from Sierra Leone via Ghana with Kenya Airways. I think I sent you.
Yes, I did look at it. Yes.
The package.
Yes.
What happened was that we did the payments, the taxes in Sierra Leone for 10 kgs.
Mm-hmm.
But on the package, there was 13 kgs on it written. So he went to Ghana, they flew all the way to Kenya on transit to Dubai. In Dubai, he had to change planes there. And of course, he had to go through customs and security controls.
Mm-hmm.
So they discovered what they discovered in the hand luggage. So it was put aside, interrogated. It happened that the gold was weighed. The paperwork was correct, but the difference was that 3 kgs was less on the paperwork. It didn't show up.
Oh.
We paid taxes for 10 kgs, but in reality, it was 13 kgs, and that was the problem. So the gold was confiscated at Nairobi Airport.
Wow.
We lost a lot of, yes, 13 kgs in total.
Mm.
And it was during the COVID time. He was stuck there for more than 6 months.
In Ghana?
In Nairobi Airport.
In Nairobi?
In Nairobi, sir.
Wow.
Yeah. For 6 months he was there. So the things that you are actually saying on your videos, people get stuck here, they get stuck there, to go through a lot of difficulties. It's true, because my friend has been through that, and I have been part of that also. I've not been detained, but my friend was detained. Not detained, the gold was seized, but he was free to go out of the airport and stayed whilst he's meeting people, contacting people to see what we can do. I even sent him an additional 4,000 euros to pay the customs of the 3 kgs. We thought it would help in Kenya, but it didn't help.
You bribe. It's a bribe. It's a bribery.
Bribe, do all kind of, it didn't help. So the 10 kgs went just like that.
Exactly the same on that buyer from Paris. He went to Mali, and he only paid taxes. The seller and the buyer flew together, and they were questioned in Ghana airport as well. And they went out from the airport because they were transit and they hand carry. And I told him, do not hand carry, you ship it. So this buyer wanted to save money. So what happened? He get out from Ghana airport. He spent $60,000. Then he kept on calling me, Madam, do you have any contact? I said, no, I'm not here to solve your problem. Let the seller solve your problem. So at the end, he revealed to me that he only paid taxes. And the documentation was not perfectly done. So whose fault is that? Both buyers and seller. So the seller will accompany the gold together with the buyer in Dubai, because he was being promised that the seller will get the long-term contract. Failure. I wouldn't encourage that. You better ship it to a proper shipping agent.
Yes, you're right about that, because when I look at it today, after I've been listening to your videos, I've learned a lot. I've noticed that it's not worth it to take a risk like that, going with the gold, 13 kgs on board the plane. And this about, at the time it was about 30,000 per kg. That was 2020. So you see, so it's like more than $250,000. It was $390,000 that we lost.
See?
So it's always better for people to listen to your advices, because I didn't even know that when you're traveling with such amount of gold, you need to have a lot of clearances, like ECOWAS clearance.
Correct.
and a lot of papers from the central bank, from the customs,
and the
so I
child
didn't know
labor
until I started to
certificate.
look your videos.
I explained it, but most stubborn buyer never listen. And then when they have a failure, they come back. Another guy I met in Dubai, in Dore Hotel, he is from Netherlands. And he has a limited cash. He registered his company in Dubai. And I told him, you have a limited cash, you are going to fail. So he went to Sierra Leone. And then I sent him a message, how is business going? And he said, oh, I went to Sierra Leone. My trip was a failure. See? And I told him, you met me in Jibura Hotel, and then you didn't listen to me, and then you flew to Sierra Leone because it was being offered $35,000 per kilo.
Per kilo, yeah.
Nobody's giving you $35,000.
No, especially these days.
Nobody.
When this kind of offers comes up, you have to know that there's something behind it.
Exactly.
Either it's a fake gold or the whole deal is not real at all.
That's right.
So they just want to eat money, and I think that people really need to be careful. But human beings will like to take risks, but such risks, I think people should not take them because you might lose a lot of money, a lot of time, and you never know what could happen. You can even end up in jail.
There was an American guy, okay, and 3 to 4 years ago, and he has only $40,000. And he make friends with me, and he met the guy, his partner, an Indian partner. And the Indian partner said, oh, well, let's travel to Kampala. Don't pay the gold, just pay taxes. So they flew together, and I told him, you are going to encounter disaster. He was excited. During the time, the 35 kilos, he only paid $10,000 to pay taxes. So he flew to Dubai waiting for the gold. The gold didn't arrive until he was stuck in Dubai for 3 years, and he was been arrested, overstaying, and before he was being deported, he sent me an email that he's in Starbucks. He's hungry. So I sent him $450. I'm not supposed to give to a stranger, but he become friends with me. Every time I come to Dubai, he come to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner with me for free. For free, huh? So now he was been deported. I told him before that you contact your embassy because his passport was being confiscated.
Oh.
So now he's now in America. He owe me $450.
Is he in touch with you?
He still keep in touch, and I told him, oh, when are you going to pay me? And he said, madam, I'm on under Social Security. These people, they think that gold, you can make money if you have a capital.
Yeah.
There's another.
Like you keep saying in your videos, it's a money-making business. You can make money to make money, but you have to do it the right way.
Exactly. So you learn a lot from my video. Which video that you really listen on current video? Which one? Because I have hundreds of videos.
You do, yeah. The one for October 25.
That was the
recent one.
Yeah.
And I think you made an interview also with somebody from, is it Indonesia or Malaysia, August 17? I listened that yesterday.
Oh, that's Indian, I think, Indian.
I think it's either Indian or, we're talking about Sierra Leone. I don't know if it's Sierra Leonean.
I don't remember because I have so many videos. I have so many videos. That's why I put the date.
The October 25th one is very educative. You hit the point. You're talking a lot about the people wanting to come to West Africa to do business. They should take their time. They should know what they want. Like you always say, what you want to do with the gold. How long you've been searching for gold. All these questions, they're very important questions because you cannot just wake up today, even if you have $1 million, wake up today and say you want to go and buy gold and come and make $3 million out of it. It's not possible. you really need to do the research. You need to do the homework first.
Exactly.
Research. But that is what is missing before, until you came to the limelight. Because there was nobody like you that we can see on YouTube to come out so frank, so straightforward, to talk about things, how things should go on. There was nobody. So people had money. They thought it's easy to go down to West Africa to get gold. They get there, and then they get stuck.
A lot.
Or the money to get the gold, and then the customs come in, or the other side, Dubai problems. But you are giving all the scenarios in Dubai, in West Africa, hotels, miners, sellers, buyers. Very, very good.
There's a lot of buyer stock as well. A lot, because they think that they can easily get gold. Yeah, you can easily get gold, but if you have the money. Though, especially if you're telling me that, oh, I'm a buyer, bring the gold to my destination, CIF, cost, insurance, and freight. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're asking, don't be bullshit. Because gold is not for bullshit. This is a real business. Why are we gonna give you the gold, cost, insurance, and freight? Why? Why not paying the gold before you pay the shipping cost, before you pay the insurance? You have to pay the gold first. This kind of buyer, they are poor. A buyer asking CIF, they are really poor buyer. Because if I am the buyer, why should I pay shipping? Because I don't know. I have to see the gold. I have to taste the gold before I have to pay. Isn't it?
Yes, sure, you're right on that. You're right.
See?
Yes.
So I giving you the answer. To all your question is there on my video. In fact, our conversation is live conference.
Oh.
It is live.
Okay.
You're gonna hear our conversation on my YouTube channel and also on my Facebook.
That's good.
You are going to be known on the social media.
That's good. And I think this is how things should actually happen. Like people like me with experiences, good or bad, they should actually come to your platform and talk about things the way life has taught them, what has happened during the time they were doing this particular business, if they have stopped doing it. But if they're still on it, because you never know. You have all the information. I don't know where you get your information from, current ones, and how it works. So people should actually come close to you so that they know.
That's my secret, Franklin. Franklin, that is my secret. You know, there was a professor from Germany, and he said, well, Amina, your information worth $1 billion. Because I said, my information worth $1 million. He said, no, Wilhelmina, it's not $1 million. It's worth $1 billion. He's a professor in Conakry, Guinea. He teaches English. He's a German. His name is Philip. He's been following me. He was impressed with my explanation. But it would take time. Those buyers are roaming around. You're going to stumble. You come to Wilhelmina when you need it. Because we don't give our gold for nothing.
That's true.
And my services is not for free as well.
Brokers that have been stuck actually, they're within Nairobi, Tanzania, Uganda. I know few, even Americans.
There's a lot of American joker broker. Yeah.
They're in Kampala, they are in Nairobi, they're in Kenya, sometimes Dubai, and back to that East Africa region. So I don't understand how they manage life through
no, they think that they can make money. That is their thinking. Franklin, you are learned from the University of Hard Knocks from Wilhelmina. Thank you very much for our conversation. And someone is queuing me right now. I can see it on my screen. There's 7 people are queuing to talk to me. I'm going to interview them. Whether they meet the criteria or not. Yeah.
All right.
My pleasure talking to you, Franklin. And I hope you will listen to our conversation when I uploaded this on my YouTube channel. And I will give you a copy.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much. And have a pleasant good evening.
You too.
I just finished having a conference with Franklin. He is he live in Finland. His citizenship is from Finland, but he was born in Sierra Leone. What a small world. He found me on my digital platform. So listen to our conversation to all buyers. Take time. If you really serious, just read the full corporate offer below and subscribe, and click below, read the full corporate offer, take time. When you're ready, then you come back. Now, the price is getting higher and higher. I just mentioned to Franklin that the price of gold will turn to 2,800, $90,000. If you're a small gold trader, don't be bothered to come to Wilhelmina. We don't sell 1 kilo, 2 kilos. There is a minimum. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant good evening and good morning to everyone. When you're ready, you watch this video. Every video there is a date, because the price of gold, it changes time to time. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant good evening and good morning to everyone.